The sun was shining, birds were chirping. Blake Sprout, a resident of Orange City, Florida, decided to take his beloved Pomeranian Karen for a walk in the nearby woods. Little did he know this seemingly ordinary day would soon transform into a terrifying fight for survival. The serene atmosphere of the woods held a hidden danger, one that would test the limits of courage and love. As Blake and Karen ambled along the path, enjoying the peace of nature, a sudden rustle in the undergrowth shattered the tranquility. Karen, ever the curious one, darted towards the noise, her tail wagging excitedly. Blake, a little wary, followed closely behind, his hand resting on the pepper spray attached to his belt loop. What Blake saw next made his blood run cold. It wasn't a squirrel or a rabbit that had caught Karen's attention. It was a black bear cub, about waist-high, its dark eyes fixed on the tiny dog. Fear gripped Blake's heart. He had heard stories of bear encounters in the area, but nothing could have prepared him for this. Before Blake could react, the cub lunged at Karen, its small but sharp claws bared. Karen yelped in fear and surprise as the cub tackled her to the ground. The peaceful walk had transformed into a scene of chaos and terror in a heartbeat. Adrenaline surged through Blake's veins. His mind raced, torn between fear for his own safety and the desperate need to save his beloved Karen. There was no time to hesitate. Forgetting his own safety, Blake charged towards the bear cub, yelling at the top of his lungs. The cub, startled by Blake's sudden appearance and loud voice, momentarily released Karen from its grip. It was a small window of opportunity, but enough for Blake to act. He knew he had to act quickly and decisively to save his dog from the clutches of the wild animal. Blake kicked at the bear cub with all his might, aiming for its midsection to push it away from Karen. The cub, caught off guard, tumbled backward, giving Karen a chance to scramble away. But the ordeal wasn't over yet. Enraged by the attack, the cub turned its attention to Blake. Before Blake could react, the cub sank its teeth into his stomach. The pain was sharp and intense, sending shock waves through his body. Yet fueled by adrenaline and concern for Karen, Blake refused to give up. He grabbed a rock from the ground and hurled it at the cub while yelling for Karen to run. Section 5, Aftermath of the attack, wounds and relief. The cub, momentarily stunned by the blow, released Blake and turned to flee into the woods. Karen, shaken but unharmed, ran back to Blake's side. The adrenaline that had fueled Blake's heroic actions began to dissipate, leaving him trembling and in pain. He checked himself for injuries, wincing as he touched the bite mark on his stomach. Blake, despite his injuries, immediately contacted emergency services. He was taken to the nearest hospital where he received treatment for the bear cub bite, including rabies shots as a precaution. Karen, thankfully, escaped with only a few scratches. Section 6. Understanding Bear Behavior, a look at the wild. This terrifying encounter between Blake, Karen and the bear cub underscores a crucial point. We share our environment with wild animals. Bears, in particular, are creatures of instinct and habit. They are driven by their need to find food, and any scent of something edible, even a forgotten sandwich crust, can attract them to residential areas. While bear attacks on humans are relatively rare, they serve as a stark reminder of the potential dangers of living near wildlife habitats. Understanding bear behavior is essential for peaceful coexistence. Bears are generally wary of humans, but encounters can turn dangerous, especially when cubs are involved. Section 7. Preventing bear encounters. Tips for safety. Living near bear habitats requires vigilance and proactive measures to minimize the risk of encounters. One of the most effective ways to deter bears is to eliminate food sources that might attract them to our homes and neighborhoods. Securing garbage in bear-resistant containers, cleaning grills after use, and refraining from feeding pets outdoors are simple yet crucial steps to avoid attracting bears. Additionally, being aware of our surroundings while hiking in bear country and making noise to alert bears to our presence can prevent accidental encounters. Section 8. What to do during a bear encounter, staying safe. Despite our best efforts, encountering a bear in the wild is always a possibility. Knowing how to react in such a situation can be the difference between a safe encounter and a potentially dangerous one. The first rule is to remain calm and avoid sudden movements that might startle the bear. If the bear has not noticed you, slowly and quietly back away, making sure to keep an eye on the animal. If the bear has seen you, identify yourself by speaking in a calm, assertive voice. Stand your ground and make yourself look as large as possible by raising your arms or opening your jacket. Most importantly, never run from a bear. Section 9. Sharing your story, a call to action. Blake Sprout's heroic actions serve as a powerful reminder of the deep bond between humans and their furry companions. His story also highlights the importance of being aware of our surroundings and taking precautions when living near wildlife habitats. Have you ever had a close encounter with a bear or other wildlife? What steps do you take to stay safe in bear country? We encourage you to share your thoughts, experiences, and tips for peaceful coexistence.